And welcome back to News All Day. An acclaimed comedian is taking his show on the road. This month, Joe Gatto will be at the Beacon Theater. The New York native, best known for his hit television show Impractical Jokers, that is the show where comedians compete to embarrass each other in public.
Larry! Larry! I was calling you, Larry! Larry!
He's cutting the whole line by simply shouting Larry.
Larry, infamous Larry. Joe has left the production, but his comedy continues. He is extending his Joe Gatto's Night of Comedy tour, and he is here with us in studio. Yay, thank you for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. You kidding? This is great.
It's so exciting to have you here. Staten Island guy, now live on Long Island.
Yep.
Such a New Yorker.
For
and
sure.
the Beacon, your first time at the Beacon, you
Yes.
played everywhere. It was so exciting.
I've never played the Beacon. I got to, with the boys, I got to play Radio City and MSG, and now the Beacon is the third in the crown jewels there, and I'm very excited to play it.
All right, so how has the comedy evolved over the years? Of course, a lot of people know Impractical Jokers. Now you are a dad of two. We were talking about your daughter who wants to be a DJ.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
How has it evolved and changed with you over time?
Yeah, I mean, the stand-up has been a new foray for me. I've been doing it for about 2 years now, which has been really interesting. And it was different to take the stage by myself because I'd always performed, you know, for the past couple decades with a group. So that was the biggest transition for me, like for 60 minutes to talk by yourself, tell stories and do that. So it's been interesting. Performing live I've always done it, so that wasn't a trick. But to be up there by yourself was a little different.
Yeah, and the crowd in New York, I mean, I'm sure you go all over the place and everybody's great, but is the crowd in New York a little bit better?
Love a hometown show.
Yeah.
I've been saving the Beacon because I was waiting to do New York City proper, and I wanted to do it in a big way. So I'm very excited to be able to play the Beacon. Yeah.
You have a lot going on. It's not just that. Your podcast comes out again in March. This is Two Cool Moms.
Yeah,
right?
Two Cool Moms. Yes, me and my
Tell
friend
me about
Steve
it.
Byrne.
You're not moms, but you give motherly advice.
Yes, we do. Me and Steve had very cool mothers growing up. We had great maternal advice, and we like to think that we inherited that gene. We're each other's consiglieres, and I'm that for a lot of people. So we've been like, you know what? Let's pay homage to our mothers. So the first part of the podcast, we're comedians, so we talk about anything and everything in between. And then the second part is fan-submitted dilemmas that we help solve to the best of our abilities. Sometimes good, sometimes bad, but always fun. So
yeah, right. I'm sure you get a whole
we've done all right. We run the
responses.
gamut. We run the gamut.
That old school Italian mindset comes in, right? I have an Italian mom as well. I know the deal.
There you go. Yeah, I grew up with a crazy Sicilian Italian mother who was the best, and she gave me some great advice throughout my life. So
yeah, it's timeless advice. Let's talk about, because that's not all you have going on as well, the comedy, the podcast. You have this great nonprofit.
Yeah. Gatto Pups and Friends.
Gatto Pups and Friends.
Yep.
Why did you want to get involved in something like this? This is promoting Adopt, Don't Shop.
Yes, for sure. So we, for a long time, we just collected a lot of old, decrepit dogs. And we were like, we could probably do better. So, you know, the house is only so big. So we decided last year, my wife and I, Bessie, to start Gatto Pups and Friends, and it was a true nonprofit out on Long Island that helps mostly senior and unwanted dogs. And it's really rewarding work. We just had our 60th adoption go out the door, which is phenomenal. So we helped Cinnamon Roll, this 13-year-old beautiful pit bull, and it's just really rewarding and great. And it's been a lot of fun actually to be part of the community. We opened up a brick and mortar adoption center in Glen Head, Long Island, which has been great. And it's just really, really rewarding work and very important stuff. So.
I want to get to some of the names, because you have your own dogs, then you have the dogs.
Yes.
But they all have names of Italian pastries.
Yeah, Italian desserts and pasta
treats.
dishes, because that's on brand.
Oh, we have cannoli.
Cannoli, biscotti, tartufo, tiramisu, spumoni, Napoleon, the brother and sister fettuccine Alfredo. You know, we have them all. So it's all
right, so we couldn't get fettuccine Alfredo for you, but because we know how much you love your Italian sweet treats, and because you're so good at calling out to people, maybe you could help me call out to one of our producers, Alexa, because we have a little surprise for you. Alexa!
Oh, wow! Look at this!
We couldn't let you leave without, what do we have here, Alexa? We have some cannoli.
There's a cannoli, tiramisu. I have
Napoleon,
this dog.
Nutella.
Have this dog. Yes, I had a Nutella. He got adopted. Yes, a Napoleon, one of my favorite dogs. That's so sweet.
We had a couple issues. What else? We tried to get a couple other things, but you know.
Spumoni can't get them now.
Like gelato. Don't tell the other ones, but Spumoni's my favorite. Yeah.
So here we go. Cheers. Why don't you take a cannoli?
I love that. Thank you so much.
The Beacon Theater, January 20th.
Yes. Cheers.
Please go see it. Joe Gatto, thank you so much.
I love this. Is the best interview ever.
Best interview ever. You heard it here, NY1. We are going to take a quick break as we enjoy our Italian treats.
I got
this.
this.
We'll see you after the break.
Delicious. Oh, I love that. So sweet.